Welcome to Vision Check, Skate Hard. 大家好，欢迎到今天非常特殊的一集 Vision Check Canada。我们今天到了我们一个好朋友家，James Lam， 他正好也是这个，就从我们后面出来了，还有几个鸡和狗跟着他。
Hi, my name is James. I'm a skateboard collector. I've been collecting for 21 years now. I focus mostly on vision. I'm 52 years old and refuse to grow up.
Supposed to be for watering the dirt bike trash. Really into motocross. Very passionate about it. And to have this in my backyard is, I don't even recognize how fortunate I am, because everybody else has to drive 2 or 3 hours to get to this.
Wasn't in team sports. You know, I didn't care. I did soccer, I did hockey. I didn't like that stuff. I wanted the freedom and just the you attitude, I think.
Mark!
What?
Where are you going?
Skating.
Did you clean your room and make your bed?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Around 84, 85 skate videos, or maybe even earlier skate videos were coming out. We had a VCR, and somehow I ended up seeing Skate Visions. It might have been at the local skate shop. I ended up recording that video somehow, and then watching it over and over again, and the music was just, I fell in love with. The skating I fell in love with. The gator deck, you know, at the beginning, the spiral deck. I don't know, it's just pure 80s culture. To grow up in the 80s, to me, is something special. Like, really fortunate that I was able to grow up in that era. These 3D glasses from the Vision Skate Escape contest, I think it was near 100 I bought off eBay, one guy had. The watches, this store is all Vision, all originals. Some really cool ones in here, ones I've never seen. It's often just, it popped up or was included with something or part of a bulk buy. I actually do try to find some of the Vision wheels because a lot of them are super rare, not many around, like hard to find. It's mostly about the boards with Vision #1 and working my way down from there. I just think Vision has some of the greatest graphics in my opinion and colors. Some of the later 80s, early 90s stuff that are very hard to find. Several decks, a few of them will say team. That means that was made for that rider. Most of this section of the garage or museum or whatever you want to call it, I would say is about 90% Vision only on this side. A really cool Ken Park Pro models there. Awesome colors. The font appears to be from the Cult. The band used that exact same font. Most of these boards up here, most, not all, but most, are 1 of 1. Quite a few boards up here. Most stuff is Vision up here. These boards right here on this particular wall are extremely rare boards. This one at the very end right here was called the Cyclops. It's the only one I've ever seen. Team Deck World Peace, a Team Deck, I don't know, I think it was Crazy Clown or something. This is a board Vision made for Techno Pro in Europe. That's a Coco Pelli. A Team Basics board, which I've never seen another, the Double Vision. Mark Gonzalez used at the Savannah Slamma. Another Gons deck that was made for Gons, as indicated right here. Likely never skated by Gons, but was made for him and somehow ended up in the public. You know, a lot of people thought that the Mike Vallely Barnyard was the first double kicktail board, when in fact, there's plenty of documentation to support it was Vision and Chuck Holtz that first came up with it. This is a prototype right here, a prototype that he was making for Mark Gonzalez. As he states here, we were toying with the idea of a symmetrical shape. This deck is one of 3 prototypes made for Mark Gonzalez. It's definitely, you know, a significant piece of Vision history, but yet skateboarding history in general. So as Vision was toying with a symmetrical shape, they eventually, you know, put some boards into production. These are just a couple examples. Huge nose, huge tail, exact same. You know, in this room, I call this the mini ramp room. It's just a selection of Random boards. Maybe all the boards in the frames are all NOS, never used.
This is the Gator one?
Yeah, for the most part, yes. And lots of Agent Orange as well. And the Gator was from a guy that reached out to me on Instagram. He used to hang out with Mark and went to high school together. And Mark gave him that board, and he'd had it ever since until he reached out to me on Instagram and we put together a deal. Again, I've not found any images of Mark skating it, but I haven't looked very hard. That stuff all takes time, and there's only so much time in the day. I guess the ultimate goal would be to have every Vision deck from 83 to 2007 maybe. I'm not a sticker collector, I'm not a watch collector. I'm a Vision collector, I guess.